In today's video, we're going to discuss the power of $10,000 and how when investing that with Yieldmax on margin, you can get to over $500,000 in dividends, as you can see there below. Yieldmax also helps us outperform the markets. We're up almost 1% for the year, whereas the indexes like the S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, and Russell are all down for the year. We're also up 23,000 today, and that also beat the market thanks to Yieldmax and our margin. So we're living financially free out of our brokerage accounts using Yieldmax, margin, Cornerstone, and some other dividend paying funds. If you need help doing the same, email me for my e-guides at aikentod48@gmail.com. So even with this $650,000 in margin debt that you can see below, we are still outperforming the indexes once again for the year, and that's thanks to Defiance, Misty, and Cornerstone. Defiance goes down less on down days. I've been pounding the table on Defiance, so that's helped us a lot to start the year. Misty was also up to start the year, and then of course Cornerstone was down less than the market to start the year. And for those of you who don't know, Cornerstone is a 4-star fund, as you can see right here, and over the last 10 years it moves upward, left, to right on its chart, okay? But on a chart at E-Trade it moves sideways to down. That's because you have to factor back in dividends, drips, and rights offerings, okay? Play Cornerstone properly around its rights offerings to get that true performance that you're seeing on the charts with Morningstar, okay? You get days gains with Cornerstone, you get the 20% dividend annually with Cornerstone, and it just raises dividend, by the way, and their tax-free dividends, and you get the 32% gains every month on top of your dividends with Cornerstone, okay, thanks to that special NAV drip feature. But once again, play Cornerstone properly around its rights offerings. If you need help playing Cornerstone, that's in my Volume 4 e-guide. Cornerstone was at 0.84%. Yes, it helped us outperform today, and on down days, it's down less than the market, usually, just like with Defiance. And we also have our put options, of course, on down days, so we're always hedged in the event of a market crash, all right, because for every $1 you put in your account, you get $4 of purchasing power, okay? Remember that, because later in this video, we're going to talk about the power of 10,000. With this purchasing power, I'm just using a small amount of my margin to get ahead, okay? And then my dividends of around 500,000 per year will pay back my margin debt in around 1 year. And that's thanks to the margin purchasing power that I have here, but you always have to keep your available withdrawal high when you're using margin, okay? So I always keep a high enough cushion here to avoid margin calls. We can withstand over 20% corrections at all times and still pay our bills and live financially free out of our brokerage accounts because we have these low maintenance names like Defiance and Cornerstone, and because I hedge my account with put options. If you need help hedging your portfolio in the event of a crash like I do, that's in my Volume 5 e-guide. All right, so that's how we outperformed again to start the year in 2025. Even with a shaky start to the year, it was with Defiance, Cornerstone, and our put options. And of course, on an up day, we outperformed today thanks to Cornerstone and all of our other dividend paying funds like Yieldmax. And today we're going to talk about the power of $10,000 and how when investing that with Yieldmax funds on margin, you can really snowball your dividends, okay? This is nothing. You see my dividends at around 500,000 right now. This is nothing. That's going to grow significantly as we pay down our margin debt, and then we add to our dividend paying names on any market dips, okay? That's how we really accelerate our growth and grow our dividends at the same time. After all, last year we were up over 40%, and again, that was thanks to Cornerstone, margin, and Yieldmax. And so I want to use YMAG in my example to talk about the power of $10,000 and how far that can go with you when you're investing on margin, okay? So for every $1 you put in your account, again, you get $4 of purchasing power. I did beat the market today. If you look above, you'll see the Dow was at 1.6, the NASDAQ was up 2.4, and the S&P was at 1.8. But if you factor back in my margin, we're up about the same as the NASDAQ. So we did pretty well today. I have no regrets, okay? Even though I have funds like XLP, which were down, I need staples, okay? I need staples because they help me on down days with the market. The other day when the market was down and tech was down big, my staples names were up big, okay? And today, YMAG was up 2.22%, but FANGU was up 9%, okay? So I thought that was pretty startling, okay? 9%. I mean, should I have all my money in FANGU? Should I just be tracking FANGU instead of YMAG? Because YMAG, again, was only up 2% today, and FANGU was up 9%. Well, here's the thing about that, okay? For every $1 you put in your account, you get $4 of purchasing power. But if you have high maintenance, you can't use all of that purchasing power. So with $10,000, if you use low maintenance names like Defiance, like Cornerstone, like Yieldmax in some cases, but at E-Trade, the maintenance is higher for Yieldmax. As you can see here, the maintenance for YMAG is 50% maintenance, whereas the maintenance for Cornerstone is only 30%. Okay, so Cornerstone allows me to leverage my account much safer. Okay, I can use my purchasing power with Cornerstone. I can buy much more Cornerstone, first of all, because it's the entire index, and then it doesn't take up much of my equity because it's only 30% maintenance, whereas YMAG is 50% maintenance. So YMAG is 50% maintenance, but FANGU is 100% maintenance. Okay, remember that. Okay, FANGU is 100% maintenance. If you need help understanding maintenance, that's in my Volume 3 e-guide. So if FANGU is 100% maintenance and I use 10,000 of it in my account, that takes up 10,000 of my equity. All right, so with YMAG, if I have low maintenance at another brokerage, let's say with Fidelity or Interactive Brokers, my maintenance would be around 25%, let's say. Well, you get times 4 of that, okay? So let's just say $10,000 for easy math, okay? It's not gonna be exact, but you get times 4, so $40,000. That's approximately what I have in YMAG, by the way. Well, I made around $800 today in YMAG, even though it was only up 2%. And with FANGU, you would make about the same if you have $10,000 on 9%, that's around $900. But with YMAG, you're getting the 40% dividend, okay? So 44% yield, as you can see here on the Yieldmax website. So I'm getting the same day's gains with YMAG, okay? Dollar-wise, not percentage-wise. YMAG was only up 2%, FANGU was up 9%, but I'm getting the same dollars thanks to margin. Using that times 4 of purchasing power, I'm getting the same day's gains with YMAG compared to FANGU, but I'm also getting this 44% dividend, so that's around $16,000 a year. $16,000 per year in dividends times 10 years is around $160,000, whereas FANGU, as you can see here, made you around $100,000 in 8 years. Okay, it hasn't been out that long, but if you give it 10 years, say it's up about the same as YMAG. Okay, FANGU and YMAG, they're up about the same dollar-wise, but I'm getting all of the benefits of the income with YMAG, okay? With YMAG, we're getting the dividends so that we can qualify to banks for loans. That's how we live free from 9 to 5, okay? All these dividends that I earn help me, again, live financially free out of my account because they qualify to banks for loans. Banks don't accept trading gains and FANGU gains. I tried to get a house with my UPRO gains and that didn't work. They only accept dividends or pay stubs. So I had to use my dividends to qualify for my house and for my car and all my other things in life. And thanks to purchasing power, thanks to low maintenance that Yieldmax has, relatively low maintenance at E-Trade, I was able to leverage that equity in my account and get more income off of the margin, qualify to banks for loans, and then my dividends paid back my margin at the end of the year. And then I'm left with all those dividend paying assets to myself, paying monthly cash flow for life, okay? So this is how I'm living the FIRE lifestyle, okay? It's with Yieldmax, Cornerstone, Defiance, Roundhill funds, you name it. But we're also using margin and the power of equity, okay? The power of margin. All the greats that I know use debt, okay? How did Elon Musk buy Twitter, okay? X. He used, in part, his margin account. So I can't stress to you enough the power of $10,000 and how far it can go in your account. Plus, you get the power of compounding, okay? You can make money much easier when you put more of your dollars behind something. I have hundreds of thousands of dollars in Cornerstone, so that doesn't have to move much each day, and I'm still making many thousands of dollars outperforming the market, okay? And that's thanks to compounding, and I can leverage more Cornerstone thanks to its low maintenance. All right, so we're outperforming all of the markets year to date with margin, Yieldmax, Cornerstone, Defiance, and Roundhill funds. If you need help doing the same, email me for my e-guides at akintodd48@gmail.com. When you buy my e-guides, you get free access to Discord for life, where we alert you of the Cornerstone rights offering announcement. That's one of the most important features of this Discord chat room. It's the rights offering announcement, so no one has to worry about missing the rights offering announcement with Cornerstone. And we also have over 1,500 members here in the Discord chat room pursuing the FIRE lifestyle. So if you ever have questions about your brokerage account that I can't answer, someone here most likely can answer for you. Also, every broker is different, okay? Not every brokerage has the same maintenance. So if you ever have questions about who has the best maintenance for Yieldmax and how to get the most bang for your buck at your brokerage account, you can ask anyone here at Discord. They're happy to answer that for you. Also, when you buy my e-guide, you get my phone number for life, so you can call me anytime you have questions about your portfolio. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, click like or subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon, everyone. Thanks.